Your wedding invites looked amazing.
Thank you, Matt.
I loved them.
Thank you.
They were so cohesive.
Thank you. My sister made them.
Oh, yeah. Loved it. And also, great call on doing a QR code scan to RSVP.
Oh, yeah.
Wish we thought of that.
Most younger people like the QR code. It's way easier for them, but we still wanted to have the mail in for like the older people that don't really understand how that stuff works. So it was just like the younger people are definitely going to use it, and then the old people.
Also, a website password on the thing. Cute.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I knew that. I know that was Mariah's idea.
Thank you.
Because also, you don't know really if the RSVP will get lost in the mail. We had some, because we just did the snail mail option for everybody, but some people we didn't even get an RSVP, and then we'd have to text them like, hey, are you coming? Are you not? It saves you that awkward conversation.
Mail is so weird. I told Matt there needs to be a mail documentary.
Yes.
Like, how does mail work? I know we've been doing it our whole lives, but I don't understand how it gets places so fast.
I'm like, is anybody stressed back there? Because like,
Matt,
make it
I
happen,
truly think that people are being overworked in that mail system. 100% people are being overworked. There is no way mail's getting there that quick, and they are happy with their jobs.
It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make sense.
And it's digital, right?
Well,
like somebody's not sitting there reading the address. It's being scanned.
It's scanned.
They're actually reprinting it on the other side. So what you're mailing out is not actually...
They're making
duplicates from their giant printers.
And my mom was a mail lady, and we still don't know. We don't get it.
I want to see that technology where they have figured out how to scan all handwriting. Like, I mean, we're writing in print all the time, but you're doing the old grandma handwriting. It knows exactly what that is.
Yeah, and I'm sure they've gotten so many written letters already in the system where like it catches everything now. And after getting your guys's after seeing it on my mom's in my mom's kitchen when she receives that, I realized how much I actually hate traditional wedding invites.
What do you mean?
They're just so ugly. Like the traditional cursive, it looks like a baby shower. It's just so I don't even know what our style was considered. It's kind of like a vintage postcard.
Like vintage winter scavenger hunt. It did. I mean, there were like 5 different pieces of paper.
Yeah, we put a lot of information because there are a lot of people traveling. And my goal was to not have anybody ask me questions. So I put every little detail. If you have a question, it's on there.
The itinerary, the whole, flow of the events and where you need to be is all there. There's not like this reliance on going to the website. Did you forget the password?
No
all of that.
I loved it.
But it's almost too much where people are still confused.
And we tested it out because I was sitting in front of my mom as she was looking through it. I knew I was going to get mine at home, so I didn't want to really look at it yet, but I ended up doing it. But she was looking at it, and she's asking all these questions. And her questions are being answered as she's going through it. She's asking them out loud to me like I would fuck it. Like I know. Like I know what's on the cards.
Now, Zane, what time do we need to be there?
And she got all the answers. And
good.
I loved the visualization of the timeline of the itinerary. Cool. Like you guys did it on like a horizontal timeline. Usually it's like it's vertical, but the horizontal thing, it was placed out so well, and all of the illustrations were perfect.
Thank you.
We got to share them all.
Yeah, they're really good. Good job on those.
Thank you. Should we just jump into it?
Yes,
we got a lot to talk about.
Please.
It's been a busy week.
A busy couple days for you. Yeah. It's comment time, baby.
Ow!
Welcome back to Zane and Heath Unfiltered. I'm Zane.
I'm Heath.
I'm Matt.
I'm Mariah.
And happy December. Is this the first episode of the month?
Crazy.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, no.
No, we just put out one.
No, we just put one.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Second. Before we get this podcast cracking, baby, we want to give a huge shout out to Accelerator. Very good. You guys know we've been drinking this for a year and a half, 2 years now.
A long periodically time, let me tell you.
It's our favorite energy drink, whether you need something to pep you up before you go have a gym session, or you're staying up late, you need a little bit of energy. It fits into every category.
Honestly, I like to drink these before I go out into town. You know what I mean? I drink a little bit of that good stuff, and then I pop this along with it, and it just gives me the right energy and the right boost to keep the night going, baby.
And all of their flavors are unbelievable. You got the Rocket Pop, Cherry Ice. Everything is so tasty. You got to try them.
And the best part, baby, it is 10 calories per can, baby. And what's really funny about Accelerator is that they did a whole test. Studies show that people actually are burning calories when they're drinking this. This is proven to. Look it up. So that's why I drink these puppies every day.
Exactly. You're going to accelerate that metabolism, and you're going to get sustained energy without the crash.
So guys, make sure to get yourself a pack. They sell them at Target, gas stations,
Amazon.
Exactly. We'll have an Amazon link in the description box below. Make sure to get yourself a pack. This is all we drink. We would die on that hill that these are the best energy drinks in the world, baby.
Accelerator, thank you so much. We love you.
Welcome back. We're so glad you're here. Thank you for spending so much time listening to our podcast. Oh, Spotify Rap just came up, and
we see you.
Our show was a #1 for a lot of you guys. We just saw it today. Thank you so much again. We really, really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And
so cool.
I totally forgot. We were supposed to do a Spotify video, and I totally because we were filming we were filming so much, and we were before we separated. We were supposed to do a Spotify video for people, for everybody.
We were the top listeners, and it's
the last episode we were supposed to do it after for the whole Wrapped thing, and it was just like
I was so bummed too because I ended up like going on mine because I was curious of what it was going to look like, and as soon as you press Wrapped, your the video immediately like starts playing. I'm like, damn it, that'd have been so sick if people like got to see that, but.
Well, here it is for you guys since you didn't see it.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching Zane and Heath Unfiltered. It means so much to us. And the fact that you guys spent that much time listening to us babble and rant about dumb stuff, it means the world to us. And thank you so much. And we hope to make content that you guys listen to next year.
We hope to be your #1 next year too.
Here's to never fact checking.
I know our last episode, we talked about which artists and songs we thought were going to be our top. Was it pretty accurate?
I didn't do my artists. I did my songs though.
Oh, okay.
Why, are you embarrassed by your artists?
No, I just did my songs. I
was embarrassed by my songs because they were all Vampire Weekend's like songs from an album, and it was just like,
oh, don't be embarrassed. Well, I forget that it like gets it from the top of the year too. Like I forget that it gets the whole. So when I saw my first song, I was like, huh? But it hit me that it was my running song. It's called "Murder in My Mind."
Oh my god!
I know. I didn't want to say "Murder in My Mind." I don't even know, but it's like okay. It's just like a very like good like just something I would listen to a few songs and I'd always go back to that song, like always hitting back to that song.
That's so interesting.
That was my first one. My second one was "Modern Girl" by the Bleachers.
Oh, yeah. Modern Girl.
Third one was also a big workout hit for me, Cobra Style. Ba-dum-bum, dun. Do you know that song? Right, do you know that song?
No, but at least you're working out.
End of Beginning by Dijo.
Wow.
Oh, I've heard of Dijo.
And Gloria.
Nice.
My fifth one.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Gloria, like, Gloria. Gloria.
It's my habit. Whenever I'm like really happy or like I'm having a good day, I listen to it.
Yeah, that is.
And it's a long song too, so like it racks up. It's like a 5-6 minute song.
Who sings that?
Gloria.
I couldn't tell you.
Gloria Estefan.
Zane, I'm the same way. I have so many favorite songs that I've been listening to for years. Can't tell you who sings them. Can't tell you a lyric.
Can't.
Laura Branigan.
That's her.
Shout out to Laura Branigan.
There's a girl. She sings that, and there's also a male version of that. That's in the Wolf of Wall Street movie. The big boat scene.
Oh, yes.
The yacht scene where it's crashing.
Yeah,
it's not that version.
No,
it's a different one.
That version, I think a guy sings it.
Oh, interesting.
I heard that song for the first time in that movie, and I loved it so much. I was obsessed with it because it reminds me of that scene, and I love that scene so much. So I listen to it all the time.
My top 5 artists for the year were Coulter Wall, Steven Wilson Jr., Steven Sanchez, Sturgill Simpson, and Frank Sinatra.
Oh,
wow.
I've only heard of the third one and the fifth one. I've never heard of the other ones.
You've never heard of Frank Sinatra?
No, I've heard of the third and fifth one, but not the other ones.
Wasn't the top
Frank Sinatra and Steven Sanchez.
Steven Sanchez, and then Sturgill Simpson, country artist.
How many thousands of minutes?
17,000.
17,000. Okay.
How many minutes I was listening to
you?
Spotify.
It's not that many. 46, 47.
Oh, wow.
28,332.
20 podcasts. Do you listen to podcasts on Spotify? It racks that up too.
Does that count?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Oh,
or do they separate music and podcasts? Or is it just
for me? It didn't say podcast. I've listened to like a few minutes at least, and it didn't give me any podcast listens on mine.
Oh, interesting.
Or not listens, but like minutes.
Who has the Spotify account for Unfiltered? Like, did you get to?
We don't have an unfiltered Spotify. Oh, wait.
Oh, like it says your podcast Unfiltered touched all of these countries, all of that data. Like I know Mike gets it for.
We upload through a system. We don't like we don't know how to log into Unfiltered Spotify.
I'll figure that out for you guys. I'll figure that out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we could just hit them up and be like, hey, can you send us analytics for? I'm sure they'll send it.
Mine were Grimes 5, 4 Claro, 3 it was Charlie XCX.
She was high. I get it.
Number 2 Chapel Roan and number 1 Vampire Weekend.
It's good, fun.
Yeah, just
Mariah
Vampire
uses
Weekend
Apple Music.
and K-pop.
Right. Frank Sinatra.
Am I allowed to say I don't have Spotify?
Why do I feel like your Spotify is linked to his? Like whatever you're listening to is from his account.
Well, we pretty much listen to music in the car together, but she uses Apple Music.
No, she uses XM radio. She uses her car
Sirius
radio.
XM.
I do.
Do not hate on Pandora.
Okay, I know. I'm glad we finally ended
But
that.
You ended that relationship?
My Pandora my minutes on that?
Did you end your Pandora relationship?
No, I still got it.
God,
I love Pandora.
God, Grandpa. There's like, Jesus. Yeah, can you at least buy, like, if you're gonna do Pandora, at least buy the subscription?
I have it now.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I can't be pissed anymore. Then.
Pay my $5 a month.
That's good. That's
a lot.
Not bad.
You need to get a Pandora brand deal or something. Like you're the only one keeping that company
They're
going.
like, we're giving all budget to Heath.
Yo, Pandora's the move, though.
Pandora hits it up with a deal.
Yeah, Heath, we want to work with you, but Zane, absolutely not. We hear him talking shit. Just wait.
They cut all of our audio from the podcast, and it's just you speaking to yourself.
Heath gets a Pandora Super Bowl commercial.
But you're like the very last commercial, like everyone's off already. And
hey, a win is a win.
They have.
A win is a win.
I end up getting a Pandora bracelet deal. They got confused.
It's jewelry.
They love anything Pandora related.
Oh man!
All right. Well, we all just got back from our little Thanksgiving break. How was it not being able to do anything for a week and a half? Did it feel nice?
Good.
Except for Mariah. Except for Mariah.
I saw somebody complain that something was a little bit late to go up, and I was like, how dare... It is Thanksgiving.
Go eat turkey.
I am putting the turkey in the oven.
Thanksgiving.
Give me a minute.
It was really nice.
nice.
We started off, we flew into Nashville. My parents met us over there.
It was my first time in Nashville.
Yep.
Did you like it?
I had to catch the vibe.
Wasn't it so fun? The
we
lights
did. I will say we did check out 2 houses.
Wow, it's happening.
They were gorgeous. Not the one, but we have to start looking now. And
But we wanted to like get into a home, meet some like realtors out there, and like kind of ask some questions about neighborhoods, things like that.
Yeah.
So we spent 2 days there, just did some sightseeing, checking out like different areas, just kind of getting a feel for the layout of everything.
Zane, you went to Broadway when you went to his bachelorette trip? Oh, I got there and I was like,
Bachelorette
Zane would love
trip?
or bachelor trip. Bachelor trip.
It was a bachelorette.
He took me to Broadway and I was like, oh, Zane would love it here. And he was like, yeah, I think
we went there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
But yeah, we ended up just seeing some houses. Then we did Broadway at night, and then did a little bit more sightseeing the next day, and then drove back to where my parents live, which is like 3.5-ish hours away.
I know you guys aren't buying a house right now, but they do say that between Thanksgiving, November, and Christmas time,
Black Friday
one
deals
of
on
the
homes.
best times to actually buy a house because nobody is really buying a house at all during this
holiday?
time of year because it's just such a busy time of year. No one wants to make those big
But
financial commitments.
do they put the prices down? around
No,
that
but
time?
you can make really low offers on houses during this time because sellers
no
are
competition.
there's no competition.
Yeah.
And sometimes just sellers want to get it
Right.
off their hands and they go, let's just finish this. Yes, we'll take the deal.
And to help you get a good price, you're just like, you know, I wanted to get my grandma a house for Christmas. And, you know, so they like start feeling for you. They're like, you know what?
Okay,
I'm going to give you a good deal.
Yeah, maybe people are in a more like giving mood to like
Exactly.
agree on a lower price.
They should have Cyber Monday deals on Zillow, though. Give me a 40% doorbuster deal.
You're like, gosh, I
got-
got 25%
How
off
can I
my
not?
house that I'm trying to sell.
Imagine putting your house up like with a link for Cyber Monday. Like when you're
That'd be
selling it.
crazy.
That'd be insane. The amount of clicks I would have. my God, that retention.
And I also learned that, I mean, it's now too late. The week right after Thanksgiving is the best time to travel because you get the best deals at all the resorts and the hotels because nobody travels the week after Thanksgiving. It's known as like the dead week. And that's something to keep in mind, like in the future, if you really wanted to take that big high-end vacation, plan it the week right after Thanksgiving if your schedule allows it, and you will save thousands of dollars on it.
Your honeymoon.
Oh,
better not be on my fucking birthday. That's all I'm saying.
Well, no, we're gonna wait some time after the wedding. Just
some years.
We want to do like Italy, and I don't want it to be like cold, so we're gonna wait until it like warms up and everything.
Get it at prime season.
But yeah, we're excited for that. That's gonna be fun.
How was your baby shower? I mean, your
Baby shower.
Bachelorette.
Bachelorette.
Woo! You and me, Zane.
Guys, clip that. Fan edit.
Zane.
Before we continue, we want to give a big thank you to our sponsor of this podcast, SeatGeek.
You guys have used our code so much that SeatGeek wanted to hook you up with a new special offer, baby.
That's right. Everyone can use our new code UNFILTERED 2024 for 10% off any tickets on SeatGeek, whether you're a new customer or not.
We got football, basketball, and hockey all are here. Plus, with so many artists like Billie Eilish, Charlie XCX, Sabrina Carpenter, my favorite, and Post Malone are on tour. And you already know that SeatGeek is the best place to get those tickets.
And again, no matter how many times you've bought tickets using SeatGeek before, Unfiltered 2024 is going to get you 10% off your next order guaranteed.
So take out that phone or cellular device, open the SeatGeek app, and add code Unfiltered 2024 to your account. What are you waiting for? Do it now because the offer is only available for a limited time.
Thank you so much, SeatGeek, for sponsoring this podcast. We love you.
It was my bridal shower.
Bridal shower, how was that?
It was amazing.
Did you open gifts in front of everybody?
I did.
Nice.
You didn't post anything. I saw all the pictures on your mom's Instagram.
Zane, I don't have a second. I was literally like trying to go through the pictures. I had so much going on this whole week. Like I really don't have a second to like sit down and go through my phone, especially when I'm with my family. I don't want to be sitting there like, because it takes me 5 hours to post one thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just overthink everything. But I don't understand how people post so fast.
Your mom.
Zane,
I think your mom's a better
really
influencer
fast.
than you are.
She is.
In Instagram camera snapping.
Yeah, and post
just
right
straight
away.
to-
And it's always the worst angles they get of you. You're like halfway opening something, like one eye closed.
Didn't they prove that Instagram picture, like the app, takes better pictures, or is that not a thing?
I think the
Snapchat does.
Instagram stories
Instagram
do,
story
and
picture.
Snapchat,
Ah, okay, interesting.
But what was the question?
But other than
Bridal
that,
shower was
What
great.
kind of gifts do you get or give at a
bridal shower?
Are
So
we
the
doing
bridal
outfits
shower-
or things? Yeah.
Okay, so I could break it down if you want,
Yeah.
if anybody cares.
all the girls are gonna love this one. Girls, strap up.
So the gifts for the bridal shower are from our wedding registry.
Oh,
So you open your registry gifts. So there's no like on the invitation, we don't have like a registry. I already got everything for my bridal shower.
you don't need to ask for anything else?
No.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Y'all could still ask.
Wait, Mariah,
just
so
don't-
so when we go to the website for your wedding, you don't have a list on there for
There's no
gifts?
registry.
A honeymoon
Why
fund?
not?
Anything?
So
Just an Amazon gift card for just
I
day-to-day
got
purchases?
so many Amazon gift cards.
We did.
You can get more.
Yeah.
But
right.
I don't need more.
we did like things around the house that we've been wanting that we just never bought, and we wanted to save for like when we do get married, like that.
Things
Fine
that are like
china?
annoying to buy. Well, in my family, we have a lot of china that's going to get passed down. So I'm like waiting for that.
You're settled. You're good.
Yeah, we're good.
So,
So
like cute, like
we got like
deviled egg
scrub
dishes.
daddies. Like I just asked for like little things.
serving
a
bowls.
clothesline.
Oh, yeah. Easy.
This
in
is
my
this is the time to be asking for iPads. Get crazy.
But also, I literally could never ask for a gift that's over like $30. Like I just like
I just
Oh,
feel so
yeah.
bad.
We registered at Gary's, which is like that fancy China registry place.
Yeah.
There's one down in Beverly Hills, and they're all across the country. We registered there, and I remember us going there when we were creating the registry, and the woman was like, "Do you like to drink?" I'm like, "Sure, I don't mind a cocktail." She goes, "Oh, you're gonna love this these whiskey glasses, all of that." I'm like, "Yeah, put it on the registry." And then we like looked at our registry. The glasses themselves were like $200 each, and I'm like,
Oh.
"Take it off,
Take it off.
take it off." I don't want my guests thinking that I want a $200
Right.
whiskey glass.
yeah, right.
Did
It's
you
like-
get to go to the store and they give you a scanner? I've always seen that where you can go in and just scan everything
We
you want.
walked
Oh,
around
that's
with a
cool.
lady, and she
Oh, all
kind of
right.
wrote notes. But listen to this little hack. Well, and I don't know if Patricia would be mad. So we we live in a smaller space, so we just don't have much room to like accommodate all the china that we got on our registry. So we've been like waiting a year until we have like figured out the space and where to put it. So we haven't gone to pick it up. Now we finally went in and said, we want to get all the things on our registry that people bought for us. Because now a year has passed, some of the items went on discount. And now we have a huge amount of credit now to spend back on things.
Oh, that's sick.
Gary's.
Cool.
Wait,
so,
what?
That's great.
like, it's crazy.
That's a crazy
chunk
hack.
of
That's
money
really nice
that
that
we
they
now
did that
have.
for you
Yeah.
guys.
Right.
And
So,
not keep. I'm sure other companies fucking keep that.
Yeah.
if you are having a wedding and you are doing like, you know, some high end china and stuff, and this is stuff I didn't expect my close friends to buy me. These are like, you know, the aunts and uncles and all of that stuff.
Right. Yeah.
And hold on a bit if you feel like you don't immediately need it.
Yeah.
And see if it goes on discount and you can use that credit.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's really nice.
But yeah, it was really pretty. Like, I didn't really get to stay and like experience the whole thing, but I just like walked in with her, and then they did like the whole games and everything like that. And all the guys went to like some
Cigar
tavern
lounge.
bar down the street, and we just like hung out there and had pizza and then came back afterwards. But it was
Yeah, it was nice.
really
What
pretty.
game did you play?
So my mom and my sister threw the whole thing for me, which was nice. And we played. There was a lot of games. We played. There's this scratch off game where it says like
Hot seat.
find the groom. And so, for example, for my cousin's bridal shower, her husband's name is Justin. So it's basically a groom, but his face is blacked out, and you have to scratch off. And sometimes it's Justin Bieber, Justin Timberlake. If you find the groom, you win a prize. So it's hard for Heath because there's not a lot of Heaths. So we did Heath Ledger, and Heath Barkley, which is the cowboy that he's named after. So seeing everybody scratch off like a lottery ticket and seeing who gets Heath.
I love that.
You get a prize for that.
There's like a trivia type.
We
game
did Jeopardy.
thing.
So the categories were me, Heath, around the house, the things about the wedding. Like the questions we did were really fun because for trivia, for us, we can't hone in on like one answer. It's like, what's their favorite movie? We don't have one.
Need
Like
multiple choice.
Yeah. So we did questions like, how far is their house from the wedding venue? And it's like 3,000 miles. So things like that. It was really fun. There was one that was like, how long was Heath's hair at his longest? And I walked around with a picture of him. And everyone was like measuring. So it was like fun.
Another cool game was the picture one. It was like 12 different pictures of us from like wherever we traveled to. And it was like you had to, it was all of the answers were on one side and you had to match it to the picture.
Yeah, whoever got
So
the
it'd be
most
like, It was
right.
like a picture of us in like Rome, a picture of us in Catalina, and like you had to like kind of mix
Yeah.
them.
These are interesting games. Like, when did you guys play like beer pong? Nothing like that. I'd be a
like
terrible
that.
wedding planner or bride. I'd be like, all right, we have the beer pong table over there. We have
all the aunties and grandmas.
Oh, and another game I really like is guess the bride's dress. So they get this piece of paper and it has a bride on it, just a silhouette, and you take a white pencil and you draw what they think my dress is going to look like. And then I
that's
go
fun.
through them and I say, well, this person's the closest, and they get a prize. It's really cute.
We started a game this year. It's like our first like tradition of doing it, and we've talked about it for a while. My cousins Lauren and Nick, the Macy's Day Thanksgiving Parade. Okay. And you know the Macy's Day Thanksgiving Parade, how there is like a float and it's usually a brand like the Kraft Mac and Cheese float, and performing is Meghan Trainor.
The Macy's, they also have big balloons, right? Or is it just the floats?
It's balloons and then floats,
Yeah.
balloon float, and
Okay.
then like a high school marching band and like dancers,
There's
and then
dancers,
a musical
acrobats,
that's on
yeah.
Broadway.
Yes.
And so we've always wanted
all
to
the
play
way.
this game where wouldn't it be fun to have a list of all the people that will be performing at the Macy's Day Thanksgiving Parade and all the floats and the brands of the floats, and try to figure out the day before.
Oh, yes, match up.
To match up, like, okay, so I
that's
think
cool.
so. And Alex Warren was performing, and what?
Oh wait,
float
Alex
he-
Warren? Like Alex Warren?
Yes,
Oh
that's
really?
He sang it. He
You know
did
what?
a great
I went on his
job.
Spotify the other day. He's
amazing.
killing it. Yeah, and his songs are really good too.
Whoa!
Good for him. Yeah.
Like Dan and Shay, what are they? Are they going to be on the Hallmark float? But the thing is, we always wanted to make it, but every time we Googled it,
Nobody had done
it's
it?
already announced. Well, you would spoil it for yourself. So my brother, who didn't come to Thanksgiving, he was back at home, did the research, made the matchup, and it was really fun. And we all got to like guess and see who
like which performers going on which float. But they announce who all the floats and all the performers before
way
it
beforehand.
happens.
Yeah.
Why? I'm surprised they even announced like the floats. Isn't it supposed to be like a surprise?
I think they just want to get people excited.
Hype
like
it
if you're
up.
a Charlie D'Amelio fan, you want to make sure that you're looking out for the Macy's Day float if you want to see.
Got
her.
it.
But
that is a fun little game.
It was a fun little game, and I think we're gonna make it a little bit more bigger next year and do enough to the point we're gonna share it to people. But it was a good beta test for it.
I don't know. So, like, why do I feel like it'd be so funny if they're like, "Hey Zane, would you like to be on one of the floats at the Macy's Day Parade?" And they're like, "Zane, you have creative freedom. Just like do whatever you think is natural to you on the float." And then it's me doing a whole performance.
You're like doing the substance and shooting blood out like into the crowd, like.
Like, let's make them shocked.
Let's
like,
make it fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, the OnlyFans float.
Is that a thing?
No,
that'd
it would
be-
just be like,
Man, that would go viral. They have to think of viral shit like that. Like, that would go
that would shake it up.
would
Shake it
shit
up.
And who's performing on the OnlyFans float?
I don't.
Before we continue, we want to give a big thank you to our next sponsor of this podcast, Me Undies.
Ho, ho, ho. Holiday season is officially upon us, and Me Undies, my go-to brand for unbelievable comfort, has you covered with everything you need to be your coziest self. From lounge pants to hoodies, sweats, and onesies, Undies is so much more than just an underwear brand, baby. And since the holidays are here, what could be a better gift for someone on your list?
And Me Undies has a cut for everyone with over 20 different styles in hundreds of different colors and prints, including their new holiday collection.
And guys, Me Undies isn't just about underwear. Explore the lounge collection featuring joggers, hoodies, onesies, and more.
And Me Undies has unmatched comfort. Their signature super soft micro-modal fabric is breathable, stretchy, and oh so comfy, making it ideal for all-day wear.
Yes, and they're also sustainably sourced materials and work with partners that care for their workers, which is very important.
And the best part of all is that if you're not happy with your first pair of undies, it's on Me Undies. They'll take the hit for you.
So yes, knock out all of your holiday gifting needs today with MeUndies. To get exclusive holiday deals and savings all month long, go to MeUndies.com/unfiltered and enter code unfiltered.
One more time so you don't forget, that's MeUndies.com/unfiltered and use promo code unfiltered.
MeUndies, comfort from the outside in. Thank you, MeUndies, for sponsoring today's episode. We love you and your coziness this holiday season, baby.
Yeah, and then after that, we kind of just hung out in Pennsylvania with her family, and then we had a little bit of a fiasco. So we landed this morning, like 9:15ish, but we were supposed to be back last night.
Oh.
So let me just take you guys back to the airport real quick.
Heath was livid. I was texting him last night. And
I
he was about to
texted
blow a
Zane. I was
casket.
like, I'm literally in the middle of a breakdown right now. There's security at the airport watching me right now. So we flew with Deanie. And it's so easy to fly with him. Like,
get rid of him.
Checking him in, everything. We've never had an issue. It's always been super smooth, seamless, whatever. So our flight was yesterday. We go to the airport. We're way early because we have checked bags and we have to do Dean. So it didn't allow me to check Dean ahead of time, like on like the website. And I tried calling and it just wasn't working. So we're like, okay, we'll just do it when we get to the airport.
And you know how every airline does things differently.
Yeah.
So we've flown Delta, United, JetBlue, all the airlines. They all do it differently. Sometimes you just show up and they're like, yep, we'll put them on. Sometimes they're like, you have to go online. Perfect, we'll do that. Everybody just makes up their own rules.
You're not able to. So I'm guessing you guys booked a round trip, correct? Like when you booked it, or was it like
this was a one-way back.
One way back, but it doesn't, like, you still have to, even if you did a round trip, you still have to check the cat in on the way back because they have to check the carrier size. They put like a little tag on his bag too. Yeah. It's like a whole thing for
they
like
put
safety.
A tag on his bag every time, but this time when we flew from here to Nashville, they didn't tag his bag.
Yeah,
they just
it's always different.
Had us pay the fee and we went on. So
it's just different every time.
It's different every time. Yeah.
So weird. So we get to the airport and normally there's all like the kiosks. You go up, you do check-in, it prints your boarding pass, it prints your bag tags, and then you just go drop it off and then they take it. You're good to go. So none of that. It's a line of like 50 people deep. and it is a madhouse.
What airport is it? Newark?
This is Newark for United.
Isn't that like the craziest like airport in the country?
Outrageous. The amount of people and people that were just like passports out. Nobody like knew what was. It was just like bags everywhere. It was a nightmare. And there's like 2 people working.
Oh boy.
So we're sitting there. We're in line. And then we finally get called. We go do the bag thing. They take our bags and I go, okay, we also need to check in our cat. And they're like, oh, no. You cannot do that here. You got to go talk to them over there.
They were just pointing 2 workers down.
I was like, okay.
You have to talk to him, like this specific person. And it's
like
always worse.
Yeah.
It's always worse when like everything is so manic and there's very few workers.
Yes.
And then you have the worker that's like just about to go on break, like chatting it up. I'm going to go to lunch now. Yeah. They're taking their time.
Yeah.
I'm like,
so we go over to where like we just got pointed to. We're like, hey, we just checked our bags. We need to check our cat now. They told us that you could help us. And she's like, oh, no. You got to go downstairs and you got to go around this corner. You got to go to the pet check-in.
she goes, follow me. So I'm like, perfect, little VIP.
Oh, escort.
So
yeah.
we walk down with her. She goes, okay, go right over to there. They're going to help you. I'm like, thank you so much.
Leaves you outside.
And we're still good on time. Like,
We're cruising.
You're an hour and a half. You're an hour and a half early.
yes,
Yeah,
I'm
we're
not worried
cruising.
at all. We go over to the little area that they told us
There's
to go
no
to.
line. Nobody's there.
So they're like, okay, you need to check a cat. Are you doing international or domestic? We're like, domestic. You can't do that here. You got to go all the way over there.
And we look over there. So we're in this empty area. It's a ghost town. They point. We look over. Like Home Alone. Dun, dun, dun. Like it was
500
a
people.
circus.
This
And
is-
we're like over there.
You're not transporting a coffin. This is a very normal thing to
And this is
transport.
just to have a cat as a
pet.
carry-on, though?
Yes.
Just
Yeah,
to carry
Matt,
on your cat.
We've done this 10 times.
Crazy. So I go over there and it's a disaster. There's people everywhere. So I walked up to the front. I just went straight to the front. I was like, excuse me, real quick. Is this where I go to check in a cat? No. You have to go do that at a kiosk. Thank you so much. I go to the kiosk and I'm redoing the buttons to like check in, put my confirmation. Nothing on there. You can add bags. There's nothing to add a pet. So now I'm sitting here. There's one worker and he's in the middle of checking somebody else in who's got a 70-inch TV
Oh, dear.
that he's about to put on the bottom of this plane. Who the fuck buys a TV on vacation?
That's insane.
Ship it to your
Ship
house.
it.
So he's doing that. I'm like, sir, I'm so sorry. Can you just confirm that I can check a pet in here? You got to go do it at that kiosk.
A random kiosk that was like isolated from everything
like-
else. It was
I'm
a
like,
standalone.
I've tried everything. He's like, no, you got to do it over there, and then somebody's going to come help you. I go, can you help me? No, you got to go over there and do it. So I go over there, and I'm trying again. Mariah's talking to another lady. This lady's like,
Just on her phone at a kiosk. I'm like, perfect. Nobody's around. I said, I'm so sorry. I need to check my pet, and I just got pointed in 6 different directions. Can you please help us? And she goes, you got to do it at a kiosk. And then I started explaining to her, well, we just tried that, and there's nobody's helping us there. And she goes, let me finish. I'm going to help you, but just so you know, for next time, it has to be done at the kiosk. And I'm like, and now I'm torn between matching her energy or like being so sweet. I immediately start crying.
You didn't know which one to pick?
I didn't know which one to pick, so I chose
But crying
emotion.
would probably help you the most.
I would have
she-
just shown
she
like
felt
Dean's face
bad.
and just been like,
Look,
Well,
he
he
was
was
he wants
yeah.
to go
with
home.
this little guy.
Yeah.
Huh?
I texted Heath when she said she was going to help me. She starts putting in she's writing everything down, filling out his tag. I call Heath and I was like, I got it. As he's walking over, she starts shaking her head. She goes, what flight is it? And I showed her the flight and she goes, yeah, I can't see how many pets are on that flight, so I can't make that call. I'm like,
Matt,
Oh my
There's a
god.
limit
I'm like,
for
it's
pets?
a computer. Why can't you all they're computers. You
This
can't.
is 45 minutes now. We've been running.
Oh, dear.
To
now,
every
now the clock is ticking because
Yeah.
45 minutes went by.
So I walk up and I'm like, is there any way we could do this? And she's like, you got to call the number.
Yeah.
I'm like, who
All
am I
of a
calling?
sudden.
She goes, you need to call United. I go, can you give me the phone number? And she goes, 1-800-UNITED-1. I go, perfect. Thank you very much. So then I call.
And she didn't have anybody in line. She was just texting
Alone.
on her phone.
She's
I
just-
looked over her shoulder.
And what sucks is that they don't understand that you just went to 8 different locations. It's
Because
everyone's
their
just
job,
so
they don't listen to excuses.
Yeah.
They're just doing what they're told. Like they have to go over there, point them in that direction. They don't care what you went through.
Every person telling me what to do, and then have been just like, this person said
I
this.
wish.
That's a really good like video.
This person says this. So I was just there, already heard this. This is like if you could go back in time, just to be like, so what's the answer?
Matt, you go after showing this, be like, I don't know, like, can I talk to somebody at United? They come out, I was like, I'm going to post this video to show how helpful you guys are during the holiday season.
That's what they would have been like. You're not on the flight. Bye.
So I call the number, and it's a automated thing. How can we help you today? I'm like, pet reservation.
He puts it on speaker in front of her because he was like, the number's not working.
I was like, it's not working. So it sends me like to this automated thing, and then it's like, we're going to send you a text link. Is it okay if we send it to your number? I'm like, yes. It texts me a link to check the pet in. 404 error, invalid request.
Oh shit!
And he's
are
showing
you guys looking for anybody who has pets like on them to be like, what are you guys doing?
There are people. They're also being bounced around. So we'll get to that.
There's other people that are manic, dealing with the same thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's not working. She goes, okay, call this number instead. So I call the number, and it goes, the number you've dialed is disconnected. And I tell her that, and she's like, call it again. So I put it on speaker in front of her, and it did it again.
She goes, huh, that's weird.
So then I'm like, we're losing it now. We're like, our flight is boarding.
Keep in mind, our bags are already on the flight.
Yeah. Oh, right. You already got like the notifications. Your bags are on board.
I go back to the first little like counter area, and I'm like, please, can you please check my cat? I've done everything. I have my boarding pass. The bags are already going.
This was the very first spot we got pointed to.
He just went right over. Pet. Oh yeah, you're in. This is the pet check-in. We're good to go.
Oh my god!
So then I turn around. There's a line forming of people with dogs, and they go, "Excuse me, is this where we check in pets?" Yep, right here.
Matt, the first place.
So it was just
a different person
another
and someone
person
who was just misinformed.
Yes. So we were in the right spot 45 minutes ago.
There was a different guy working that counter, and he had got off for like a lunch break or something.
It doesn't matter. That's so bad.
So we're sitting there. She's trying to get it checked in. She's like, so you already did your bags, everything? You just need the pet? I'm like, yes.
She goes, why didn't you just do that upstairs when you checked in? I was like, they pointed us to come down here. So they told us they couldn't.
She's trying to do it, and then the portal's been closed.
Well, she calls the gate, and she was like, I'm sorry, we have 2 passengers. Their bags are already on board. We had to check their animal. Can you just leave the gate open for a few minutes?
And can you add that we've been here for a whole hour
that's
doing this
so important.
That's
charade.
the thing. We try not to over-explain because they do not care. They hear excuses all day. They really don't listen to anything. So she's calling, and she goes, can you leave the gate open for a few minutes? This is what we see. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Thanks, Sean. Thank you.
Sean.
She said no.
No.
It was she really
Matt,
guys,
I'm done.
I would have lost it.
So now she's like, yeah, there's no more flights out tonight after this either. You're going to have to wait until the morning.
This wasn't a late flight. It was like 8 o'clock. No more flights.
I pulled up flights on my phone. I'm like, there's another one leaving at 9:20. Can I please get on this? Oh, no, that one goes to Denver. I know, but there's a connecting flight. It's not showing up on my end. You're going to have to wait until the morning.
Are we going to say what airline this is?
United.
Oh, okay.
I would have said it for you guys. That I've heard of, before you continue, I've heard of nightmare stories with United and people's pets.
We will fight.
I've seen maybe
United.
15, 20 like story times, TikTok of people like F United, like my pet couldn't get on the plane, or just like all sort of pet stories with United.
It seems very common for them.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I guess I'll do the flight tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Okay, perfect. Yeah, we can get that changed for you. I was like, okay, let's do it. Whatever I need to pay.
He was like, can we check in this cat right now?
And I was like, okay, perfect. Let's do the one for tomorrow. She goes, ooh, see, we can't change reservations here. You got to go to that kiosk.
Don't you tell me another kiosk.
The girl that told him to call all those phone numbers. So now we have to go back and confront this girl.
So the one that was like being nasty, rude, and we kind of got a little bit of attitude with, I had to then walk back over and be like, can you please help me change my flight?
Because we missed our flight because of this whole charade.
Yeah. I'm making friends. I'm talking to so many people that are having the same issues, not necessarily with pets, but they're being pointed in so many directions.
That one
so
old
many
guy?
people miss their flights because of it. Yeah, the guy was like, did you get on? I'm like, no, tomorrow. I was like, did you get on? He goes, I just made it.
So wait a second. So if these people you're making friends with didn't have pets, how are they being pointed different directions if you just have the flight on your phone?
Normally,
your
like
ticket?
the check-in is super easy, but for some reason, this is 3 different levels for United. One, you can't check a bag in. One, you have to check in a certain type of thing. The other one is like no, like it's just,
they're very different.
Everything is separated.
That's why I really try my best to like only do a carry on and not a checked bag.
Yeah,
because that's just such a
you get
nightmare.
there and then the bags are overfull, and then you got to check it anyway.
And that's what's so tough is because like air travel and stuff, like at the airports, they do things like in waves or like for a couple hours, these people are going to be in charge of it. And then when this hour shifts, we're going to make these people in charge of a whole other thing. And that confuses people.
And they do change their rules all the time, especially with like security, taking out the laptop, take off your shoes, take out the laptop. Then you go to the same exact airport like a month later, and they're keep your laptop in your bag. I'm like,
shoes stay on.
Shoes stay like
it's so interesting. I get a TSA pre-check because they let you with the shoes and all, but every TSA in different airports, it's so different. It makes no sense. How is it not all the same exact security?
I don't get it.
It makes no sense.
So I go over to the lady again, and I'm like, "Can you please change my flight? There's one tomorrow at 6 a.m." Yep, we could do that. Okay. I was like, can you check my pet early so I don't have to do it? You got to call the number. And I'm like, I tried calling the number. You watched me call the number. She makes me call it again. And she's sitting there and she's pressing 000 trying to get to like an operator. Doesn't work. We sit on hold for 10 minutes. And she goes, screw it. So then she's like doing this thing and she's like, I'll just do the pet now.
All of a sudden.
Like it's my fault. So then she's like, it's not letting me do it. There's already 2 pets on the flight. And I go,
what?
I go, so what do you want me to do? How can I make this happen for tomorrow? You're gonna have to call. I go, we just talked about how I can't call. It's not working. You are working right now. Like, help me. And then she goes, okay, well, you know what? I'll charge you for it and give you a tag for it, but figure it out tomorrow. That's fine.
Okay.
Charges me for the pet fee.
How
First
much?
of all, $150 for a one-way to bring a pet.
Oh, ridiculous.
The first time we flew with Dean, it was $25. Each airline is so different.
That's how much flights used to be.
Yeah,
and the pet is sitting on you, no?
He's under the seat.
Under
He
the
has to
seat.
fit
Yeah,
under the
that's
seat.
so-
Yeah.
I could bring
it's just like having a carry-on.
I could bring a baby on my knee.
Yeah.
Right. No seatbelt. It's
Oh,
crazy.
you don't have to pay for a baby, right? Unless
No.
they're a
I
certain
think like
age.
under 2, you don't have to
Under
pay
2.
for.
So
a mom brings like 5 of her new.
They're all under 2. Let me
Before we continue, we want to give a big thank you to our next sponsor of this podcast, HelloFresh.
If you live under a frickin' rock and you don't know what HelloFresh is, I'm going to tell you right now what HelloFresh is. Baby, it is a food delivery service where you get farm fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit, baby.
And there's something for everyone to enjoy on HelloFresh's weekly menu with 50 chef-crafted recipes to choose from every single week, plus customizable options to make your meals just the way you like them. You'll be able to easily satisfy every craving.
And you know, we are all traveling for the holidays, baby. We're going all the way across the country, across the United States.
Yeah, across the universe.
Exactly. So if you're traveling for the holidays or just too busy to cook at home like me, you can easily skip a week's delivery if you need to, which is amazing.
And my favorite part about HelloFresh is the fact that I can make a meal that looks exactly like the picture. It's so easy to follow the steps. It gives you that confidence in the kitchen, and it's a really great bonding time to do with a loved one, a friend, or anything like that.
And I just love how much time you're saving too. You're getting exactly the ingredients you need, the exact measurement, so you're not tossing anything out.
That's a huge thing. You always end up with extra food or a half an onion that you didn't use, and it just goes to waste. With HelloFresh, there's no scraps. Everything that you need comes directly to your door, goes into the meal, and there's no waste left over.
So if you guys want to join the HelloFresh family, listen up. You can get 10 free meals at HelloFresh.com/free unfiltered. Applied across 7 boxes. New subscribers only. Varies by plan. That's 10 free HelloFresh meals. Just go to HelloFresh.com/free unfiltered.
And that's why HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit. Thank you so much for sponsoring this podcast. We love you.
So then we finally got that
worked up.
squared
No,
away.
I'm reliving this and I'm getting furious.
Thank God. So normally we fly out of Allentown, which is right by my parents' house. This time we flew out of Newark because it was cheaper. And thank God I have family all over. I called my cousin. I said, we're coming. Like, we're spending the night. Like, I just told her the whole fiasco. So we show up to her apartment. Thank God she has cats. So Dean has his litter box.
Also,
a water fountain. Like,
our
he's all
bags
set.
were on the flight, so we had none of his stuff.
We
We didn't have any of our
anything.
stuff. No
Yeah.
food, no, like nothing. So I'm
We
like,
only
what
had our backpack.
disaster.
Yeah. So we get to Hoboken. We ordered the best. We gotta shout them out. We obviously stress ate.
Yeah.
We ordered the best smash burgers I've ever had in my.
Oh, good smash burger.
Zane,
on a time like that.
you could see through the patty.
True to patty.
True to pat.
You
It
could see
was
right
so.
through
it. Oh my
What was it
God.
called? Dipped and
smashed.
dipped and smashed.
Oh.
Wow.
So good.
Did they know you were struggling? They took care of you. Maybe a double stack, triple stack for the price of one.
A couple
That's good.
jalapeno poppers on
That's
it.
good.
So
you deserve that.
yeah, we get no problems the next morning. It was a freaking breeze.
I thought you were going to say no problems getting the burger. The customer service there.
That too.
Oh,
That was incredible.
The craziest thing though, this morning when we called our Uber to head to the airport, we were like venting to the poor Uber driver.
It was like 4 a.m. and Heath was like, "I'm so sorry you had to get up this early." He goes, "I've been driving around since 9 p.m." I'm like,
Oh, boy.
perfect.
Yeah.
So he was like asking the airline. We told him United. He goes, "Oof." I'm like, "Don't even start." And then we explained the whole thing that happened.
Yeah.
He goes, "United is the absolute worst." He's like, "That's why that country artist wrote a song about it." I was like, what? He goes, yeah, there was a country artist that he saw them like throwing his guitar with the baggage like outside of the plane.
Like mishandling
And he
his
like
stuff.
knew that it was going to be broken. And then when he went to go get his checked bag, the guitar was broken in half. And he was like super pissed about it. And he fought with United for like a year trying to get the guitar price covered. And nope, they wouldn't help him at all, wouldn't do anything. So he wrote a whole song about United, how they break bags.
So now the Uber driver started
airline.
playing the song. It's really good.
we're jamming to
he
it on the way to the flight.
He said when they released the song, within 24 hours, United lost $2 million.
And then they paid,
Wow.
they paid
Crazy.
him like a certain amount or over what the guitar was worth or something like that.
No
Damn.
way.
The whole song is him saying, "United, you broke my guitar." It's so
Crazy.
funny.
Wow. Well, maybe after this episode, we can get a new
Justice for Dean, man.
Yeah.
It's a song by Dave Carroll.
Yeah, that was it.
It's really good if you want to listen to it. It was pretty catchy.
You should, next time you go to the airport, you should go to the United Lounge or United like tickets and play it on a speaker and
That's
get
good.
everybody to not buy tickets at United.
It's called United Breaks Guitars. It was so good. I can't believe I've never heard of this story.
Sounds like a thumbnail title.
Genre country comedy.
Love it.
It was
But,
so good.
Dude,
That's
it
right.
was an absolute nightmare last night dealing with this.
A 4-minute 36-second song is crazy for a diss track.
It's like basically if you were to write a review of what happened, but he was singing it.
I can't wait to hear.
It's
That's
so
That's really
good.
funny.
I know that airports can be stressful. I'm sure working there.
I know
is
they're
not the
working with
easiest,
millions of people.
and they
Like
probably deal with a lot of like frustrating customers.
we've worked in customer service. I get it.
I understand,
but
I just
damn.
don't like the runaround of pointing. Like, I don't know if it's that they just don't want to deal with it or help, but like for every single person to point me, like
I would get it if you're running late. That's
I
on
know.
you. But like the fact you got there pretty fucking early and then that happened and you missed your flight and they couldn't even help you get on the next. That to me is just like very shit customer service.
Do they have some internal review at all where like at the end of like the shift they go, how'd the day go? How could we improve? And someone was like, well, we had an issue with someone's like,
Yeah,
and they go,
exactly.
okay, so someone missed their flight because they couldn't check in their cap because they kept saying like, where's the problem solving
Exactly.
with this?
Yeah.
Are we
Exactly.
looking internally and talking to the employees and
No.
saying what problems did you encounter?
And I just don't even
Or
think
do-
the employee. I think there's
don't.
so much going on throughout the day where I don't even think the employees even care. They just want to go home.
Yeah, if they were like, "How'd everyone's day go?" Fine.
good.
Yeah.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough because they get to a point where they're so numb to it because they are dealing with
That's what it
problems
feels
So
like.
all
many
day.
different problems.
And by
yeah.
the time you're the 6th problem of the day,
don't care.
and yeah, and it sucks because the moment they do give you like a glimmer of hope or like appreciation, enthusiasm, they could still, it won't work out.
Yeah.
and
It's
then that
crazy.
sucks for a person who is so compassionate because then they just start getting numb to their compassionate
I would
side.
definitely be the
'Cause-
worker where I would like
Break
I
the
would
rules.
if somebody came up to me like stressed out about like how they were
wanna
here, or
help.
I would honestly just start like I would start following them everywhere to like make sure that even if it takes me like 30 minutes.
Yeah, but imagine all the people in line who are waiting. They go, whoa, 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 where's this person going?
I know, but it's like it sounded like this person wasn't doing anything.
They
She was
weren't.
just on her phone
Yeah,
in the
she-
middle of the airport. It's like you might as well help one person that's really trying to get your help instead of just doing nothing in the middle of the airport in the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Another thing too is like it's crazy how much it's up to their discretion that they literally like if your bag is 51 pounds, they can just be like, it's cool, don't worry about it. You're a pound over, it's fine. And then there's some people that are like, ooh, that's going to be $80.
Yeah.
It's because they're not checking, right? They can like do whatever. They have so much power. I feel like
it's
behind the
literally
desk.
up to them whether they want to charge you or not. Because I've had times where like our bag's been like 54 pounds and they're like, don't worry about it. You're fine.
It's the holidays.
And then I've had it like be like 50.75. They're like, ooh, yeah.
Patricia's is always overweight. I have to buy a scale.
I know your whole video.
I have at least 18 photos of her opening it up.
It's so
like
funny.
sometimes I look forward to it because I'm going to get some content out of it. But we just were leaving Grand Rapids and it was 3 pounds over, and she goes, and sometimes Patricia's like, we'll just pay the
what
overweight
are the
charge.
items that make it heavy? Is it the shoes? Is it the
curling
blow
irons?
dryer?
I don't know. She does everything in these packs and stuff,
Yeah.
and she just doesn't separate it out very well, and she overestimates or underestimates how much it is. But the woman was like, it's going to be an extra $150 because it was 3 pounds over. We looked at each other. I'm like, get it out of the bag. I'm not paying $150 for 3 extra
That's an
pounds.
and I know that's to prevent other people from all doing that, because if everybody does that, that becomes a problem because you're putting all this extra. But
Yes.
no, I know, but that is such an insane penalty.
Yeah, $150
like,
bucks. Like if it was $25, I'd be like, oh, okay, fine. But when $150, you're like, I can spend.
because people are struggling already on a flight
it's
ticket,
already-
because flights are so expensive, especially around
It should be like the speed limit. Like if the speed limit's 50, you can do 55. You're not going to get a ticket.
Yeah.
Over 55, you're pushing it, and it's kind of like they'll probably give you one. Bag weight, 50 pounds. You have leeway up to 55, where they're not going to charge you. Anything over 55 is like,
It just doesn't make sense though, because we're just distributing the weight into another thing.
Yeah.
I could eat a 3-pound Chipotle burrito before walking. It's not going to.
Yeah. How about you get on the scale? Oh God, that's terrible. But then I've heard there's like hacks where like you can put your foot like under it
the corner.
and just like you
like
you bring
lift it
it up. Oh yeah, Mike has like told me like, oh, you got to do that. I'm like, I'm not doing that, because then they're gonna be like, sir, get up. Then you
And
look
yes,
like
like,
an
I picture
awful.
Matt trying it and he can't balance.
Yeah, just like whoa.
His foot shoe gets stuck underneath the tip of it.
Not only are they not putting you on the plane, but they're not taking your bag either.
Yes,
You're gonna have
they
to
go,
find a
you
new
broke
flight.
the rules.
And even when you're trying to find a new flight, they have that power to just be like, flight's booked. And there's just, you know what I want? Show me the screen. I want to see that the flight.
Spin it around
I
to me.
need to see that the flight is fully booked, because I don't believe you right now. I don't believe
Crazy.
you.
I'm just so happy
I'll
to be
fly.
back.
Let me fly the damn plane.
Okay.
How was your Thanksgiving, your time home? Everything good?
It was nice. It was really chill. We love like being in the house.
Yeah.
Your fucking Instagram story where you were like,
Yeah.
decorating the tree is so important to spend
Yeah.
time with family. And I was like, Zane, this is like, I'm seeing a
I
whole
thought
different
your mom
side of you.
posted that at first.
Guys,
And
I
then,
was
and
cringing.
then it cuts to the clip of you just be like,
I don't
hell
give a
no.
shit. I was cringing so hard. The fact that in my head I was like, I'll be mortified if someone watches that story
And doesn't click the
skips
next
it.
one.
I'd be like, I couldn't live with myself. But so I was so quick to upload the next one. I was like, I need this up as soon as possible after the first one.
That's funny.
And everybody DM'd me saying, Zane, I caught this before even the next one. Is.
I was just like, oh my, the spirit of Christmas is getting to Zane. This is
No.
great.
I would never. But
Like your mom was like a gym employee of the, or not employee, but
she was a member begging us to go to the gym. She was like, guys, please, like come to the gym. And we're like, okay. Me and my little sister, we dragged us there. I hate working out when I'm on vacation or when I'm when I'm home, because also like I just hate gym, like just big gyms, like packed gyms. And that's one of them. And we got there, and the first thing I see is a big picture of Mom's member of the month. And she didn't even like point it out. It was like something where she was walking by it and just like hoping that we would.
What'd she do to win it? Was it like a?
I think they just pick a member of the month, and so
who's been consistent, always showing up.
Exactly. And they always give like something with the member of the month. So like she got 2 free like Panther tickets to watch the Panthers.
I thought she was getting like a shaker bottle.
No, that's probably one of the gifts.
The
But yeah, she got like 2
Panthers.
Panther tickets, so she got
Florida
to go.
Panthers hockey.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I was thinking of
So that my mom got to see a hockey
North
game for the first
Carolina
time.
or the Carolina Panthers or something.
Oh, they just built a giant Wawa right on Pine Island in
Wawas are
Broward.
popping up everywhere there.
It's ginormous. It's as big
Sick.
as like Cheesecake Factory. It's insane.
They're so cool.
But we didn't have time to like stop there. But I want to stop there next time because I really people talk about their sandwiches and shit. So I want to try that.
You gotta get a sandwich.
They do a great job with their food.
We went to this like new Colombian restaurant there, and a great place, by the way. You guys, I don't even know the name, but try it. We were eating there, and I'm looking at this family next to me. It's a mother and father, and they're sitting across from each other and their kids. And I'm just being so nosy. I was on one too. I'm looking over just like that, and I'm seeing the lady. She's like texting somebody, and she'll send it and delete the conversation. And she did it like
watching this happen.
Yeah, she did it like 3, and I'm seeing the husband with the kids, and they're all, and I'm looking. I'm like, I cannot believe I'm witnessing this lady being sus as fuck during this dinner.
Oh no!
It was just like the family, and it was sure they were right next.
How far away were they? Like this close?
To Mariah.
Oh my gosh!
And
maybe she's buying a Christmas gift for him and just doesn't want to see.
No.
There's
it was
eggplant emojis, water.
No, it was, and like you know what? It could have been that, but no. In my mind, she was cheating. It was just fun, and I'm telling everybody, right? Oh, I'm gossiping. I'm telling my mom. We're all looking. We're dying at this, right? And you know when I get like this when I'm drunk, but I would like, when I'm sober and I start getting really confident where I'm just like, I'll just start like,
What are we doing?
I wanted to so bad.
You said something?
No.
You were close,
I would
though.
never.
But it went the whole time she was doing that, or just like a little bit?
It was like 3 different texts that she did that. But like for you to delete it immediately like that, you got something big to hide. And it was not no damn Christmas present. And you're not
because you wouldn't like delete that. I feel like.
Damn.
Deleting the whole conversation is crazy.
That is
she,
crazy.
She should just change the name of whoever she's talking to.
Like, no, because people know
know
that they change names on the text messages now. People will always go to like mom.
Oh, and be
if I were to look through like a girlfriend that I'm suspecting, which I would never do, by the way. But if I was looking through her I'm checking mom, I'm checking dad, I'm checking checking cousin's name. Yeah, you
seen that one TikTok? It's like, why is Pizza Hut texting you?
Yeah. Why is Taco Bell saying that they're almost there? Interesting.
Why is Taco Bell on its way?
Damn, I wish you would.
That's something I never thought.
I know you would never say something, but I
like
want
the
more of the
plot.
story.
Or just like look at me like, what you deleting there?
Oh, that's my favorite. When people are at like football games or like basketball games, and it's like an old guy in front of them texting.
Their text font is like 103
and they're like zooming in on like the dude texting.
Oh,
so bad.
I'm so yeah.
Their text is so big, so big. They like it's like Mariah's phone.
Okay,
Yeah, right.
I can see what Mariah's texting from a mile away. Like, damn, Mariah.
I know
my Christmas gift.
Do you guys have privacy like screens at all?
I hate that
used to,
shit.
but not anymore.
Sometimes I'm like,
So
I'm like,
annoying.
oh, do I want that? But I hate it when like someone who has it trying to show me a photo,
And you're,
I'm
like,
like,
trying to get in
well,
front of it?
bring it right in front of me because I cannot
So annoying.
fucking see it.
There's times where I like to see shit from not in front of me, but from the side, and that's why I don't have it anymore.
There's no reason
it's
somebody
too
should
annoying.
have that.
Yeah,
Unless-
and when I'm in the shower, I like to like tiptoe over to see if like what time it is, if I'm like being quick, and like that. I really need mine.
Yeah.
And the new phones, for some reason, they just don't turn off.
Yeah, they just have it like always kind of like on.
And that's why the battery dies in like 3 hours. It's just on the whole time. It just never shuts off.
I got the
my
new
phone.
one.
My
Mine's
phone doesn't shut
fine.
off.
Mine does.
It's always dimmed. It's always dimmed. Like
I think you could toggle to turn that off. I think so.
I'm such a.
Do you have a scratch-proof screen thing on
I
yours?
do. I immediately get it.
I finally got the new one. I did it and I still watch TikTok ads. I get sucked in where it's always like a person in a factory and they're just like in China and they're just like, look, drop proof, dust proof, all of this. And I'm like, I can't get enough of it.
Oh, we got to spend Thanksgiving in my brother's fire station.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was nice. I
That's
got to
really
see
cool.
like where they all sleep and all that shit.
Was he
like,
on the shift while y'all were there?
Yes, he was on-
Did they have to go
on call,
for
yeah, so
a fried
we-
turkey disaster?
It
or
was
something?
funny. They were saying because we had a big Thanksgiving meal, and they're like, they're already saying that we know we're gonna get a call as soon as we finish eating because they're like they're gonna be stuffed. And as soon as we finished eating, the alarm went off and they all had to leave. Yeah, but they were back in like 30 minutes.
Did they cook or did someone provide the meal for like the firefighters?
Somebody like the captain, or the what are they called? Not the lieutenant, not the captain. It's I forget the name.
Just the boss.
Yeah, just the captain.
That's pretty
just
cool.
bought food for
nice.
everybody.
So
just
this is the
like,
station that
chill.
your brother works at.
Yeah.
Did your mom work at the same one, or he's at a different?
No,
one?
he's at a different one. So they move stations like every year depending on like how long you've been working there. So like every like job, there's like good stations, there's bad stations. So like you have to like work your way up to like the good station.
Did you get to see his new house?
Not yet, because he came into town.
Dying to see what it's like.
So
he
for
commutes.
Christmas. So he moved to Naples, but yes, he commutes
That's
all
crazy.
the way to.
Whoa!
But it's like an hour and a half drive for him.
Oh,
so
my.
He got a Tesla, so he doesn't have to like spend so much money on gas.
Doesn't have to drive himself.
Probably, yeah. He probably has the drive. But yeah.
My mom told me this funny story. I don't think I'm gonna tell it justice, but it is really funny. She goes, "Okay, so you know how I have a habit of rescuing people." I'm like if she sees like. She would bring homeless people back to the house. Like she's just very, and she huffs and puffs about it. Like she'll complain about it. She's doing it. Yeah, she's like, do you want to take a shower at the house? Like, what do you want to do? She's so nasty about it. So she said the other day, like right before we got there, she was at her gym. So the gym that she goes to is at like a hospital health facility. They have like their own gym.
Yeah.
She was at the gym and it was like 9:00 at night and she was walking back to her car and she saw this old man driving and he was going up to every single girl, asking them something. They would walk away. He'd drive up to the next girl. He was asking so many people. So she flagged it as like to see if it was dangerous or if he needs help because he kept going up to these girls. So she went up to him and she was like, "Can I help you?" She's just so nosy. "Can I help you?" He goes, this is my hospital. I'm looking for my room, whatever he said. He's really old, she said.
Yeah.
She said he's like 80 years old or something.
80 to 90.
Yeah, 80 to 90 years old and driving. And he was like, this is my hospital. I'm looking for my room. She goes, "All right, do you have the name of the building? Do you have the number?" "No." "Okay, do you have a phone number?" "No." "Do you have a phone?" "No." "Do you have a name of somebody that you're supposed to be with?" "No." And she goes, "Well, what?" "Get out of the car." she goes, I'll help you. God.
Your mom should work at United.
It was, oh my gosh.
She'd be
the
great.
best, yeah.
She gets on the flight with you.
So they're going to all the doors and everything's closed because it's late. And she found a worker and she told her the situation. And she said, "Oh, that's going to be across the way." That's what she said, across the way. So my mom thought that meant across the street because there's another hospital building. She's like, "All right." So she told the guy, "Follow me." So he gets in his car. He has a walker every time he gets out of the car.
Oh, boy.
A walker.
Oh, sorry. That wasn't funny. I'm laughing at
it's
the situation.
hysterical. Yeah.
A walker.
And so my mom drives. He's following her across the street. They get to that building. They find a worker. And they said, "No, that's where you were. It's in the same parking lot. It's just a different door. Across the way." So she goes, "Get back in the car." So they're in the car. They go back across the street. My mom said, "Screw a parking spot." She pulls right up to like the curb get into.
ER, like the.
And they both pull up and she goes, "Just leave the car at this point." So they both leave the car. They're checking all the doors. Everything is locked. There's no employees in sight. It's like 10 o'clock at night now. So there's a automatic door and it's not automatically opening because it's closed. And she said now keep in mind how long it's taking to get to all these doors because he's walking so slow.
"Oh boy."
He like parks his walker directly in front of this automatic door. She said with all his 80-year-old might, he starts prying at the door and she goes, "You're going to get us arrested. What are you doing?" And then she kind of like thought about it for a second. She goes, "It would be funny if like this made the news."
Yeah.
So she starts pulling So now this old man with his walker is prying one side of the door. She's prying the other. And she's like, "Watch your fingers." And as she's prying it, he gets to walk in and she's holding it open. So they dart in. They find somebody. Finally, they find, they have his name. They find out where he's supposed to be. But my mom can't get a follow-up because he doesn't have a phone.
Right.
Oh.
No address, no phone number, nothing. So she's just praying to God his car didn't get towed because she left and his car was left out front. Because she told him to stay there.
Yeah.
Oh,
So we don't know if his car got towed. We don't know if he's okay, if he's in the right spot.
I'm surprised he doesn't have like a caretaker, someone that's
I think you're supposed to. That like he's in a walker. He's like obviously not mentally all there. I don't think he was supposed to be driving, but the person who helped him knew who he was, and she was like, "All right, I'll take him to where he needs to go."
Or he was actually a dangerous man, and he was trying to kidnap somebody, but his mom caught him, and he had to play along. I have to go to the hospital.
My mom thought it was a scam artist.
Yeah.
So she was treating it like a scam artist, and then she realized like, oh, he's
just an old guy that needs help.
Your mom's gonna get kidnapped.
Tell me about it.
Imagine Tina's.
Tell me.
They would get rid of her quick.
Oh my God.
Drop her off.
Stop talking.
Drop her off to the side.
You know how I have to rescue people? I'm like, Ma, you're a lunch lady. You don't have to do anything.
I want to make a change. Lunch lady.
Be the difference in the world you want to see.
But her helping is like, oh, all right, come on.
I'm the same.
Get in the
I'm the
car.
same way. I want to think that, like, you know what? No, I really want to help, but like, as soon as I start, I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah, because it's not just. It's never simple. Yeah. It's a whole day fiasco.
She was also saying too. She had already been like 30 minutes into it, and then was like told to go to different spots. She's like, I'm already too invested in this now. I have to see this.
Yeah.
Like once you've like put so much time into it, you're like.
The fact that they had to break into the hospital is crazy. She said she was hoping there was like surveillance of them pulling it open.
Yeah,
but
your family's so funny. It's just for the story, like your mom wants something good for the next Christmas like reunion, and she's like, I have to do this because I know it's going to be a good story.
Yeah,
for the family.
she thinks it's so funny. She has nowhere to be. Like she's not in a rush to go anywhere. Why not?
The kids are all gone.
Come on, get in the car.
Yeah,
What else do you have going on?
We're empty nesters. Go find some people who need help.
Matt, what was how was your? Did you do your football? Did you do?
We didn't do the football. First time we've never done football because it snowed. It snowed. It came down in southern Michigan.
Freezing.
It was great though.
What was
like,
the temp?
I mean, like down in the 20s, 30s. Like, it got.
Wait, why didn't I see any snow on your?
Oh wait, tons.
Did you post any snow?
Yeah.
They were like all bundled up with a lot of snow.
Yeah,
I swear, your guys' stories and share are not popping on my feed anymore.
I know.
I feel like I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing your my most important friends. I don't pop up on my feed anymore. I'm seeing people I don't even
switch
follow.
it up. Get it to the algorithm going.
No, I'm about to unfollow like just everybody that is not my like close friends because I hate missing my friends' stuff.
Yeah, we didn't get to do some traditions that we love to do.
See that.
It was awesome because like, you know, the week before we were like, is it gonna snow? There's a chance, and it was great. We like the night before it, we saw some flurries and we're like, ooh. And then we woke up and like, you know, I'm just getting up to like go downstairs to go pee, and Patricia goes, look out the window. It was like 6 a.m. I looked outside, just white everywhere.
The best feeling.
It was just it was so exciting.
Real quick, is this your side of the family or her side?
My side of the family.
Okay.
Yeah,
and they
southern Michigan.
have this lake house.
Yeah, it's a bunch of little different cottages and stuff. So we did that, but we didn't get to do the family football game. But it was just, I don't know.
You couldn't do it in the snow?
Yeah, but there wasn't also a lot of like male representation. A lot of the guys, my brother wasn't there. Some of the other guys weren't, and so it just. And one of my cousins was feeling under the weather, and it was just.
It wasn't the year.
It wasn't the year.
It's all right.
But we had a great
hot
time.
cocoa.
We played great games. Have you guys ever played LCR or left, right, center?
What is
My
that?
mom got us that
perfect game.
Like 15 years ago, we got that for Christmas. We were obsessed. It's just like the dice game with the little chips, and you roll the dice, and they say LCR.
It says left, right, center, or keep, and everybody gets like we do 3 $5 bills, okay? And you roll the dice. One may be give one of the dollars to a person on your left, give one to the right. You have to give one to the pot, and then or maybe one of the dice is just a dot where you get to keep it. And it slowly starts going, and eventually the pot keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and everyone's amount that they have gets lower and lower and lower. But there's still always a chance that it can get back to you. So you may have no money, but someone
might have to give to the right
seats
to you.
down, and it keeps coming, and it keeps
really
coming.
fun.
It gets really
So
heated.
how do you win the money in the pot?
So eventually the last person who has money and nobody else has money wins.
Oh,
they
last
win the
person with the
entire
dollar.
pot. And like the pot this year was like $350.
Oh, wow.
You play with actual money.
This year was the first year we did actual, because usually you can do chips. Well,
we do chips because our LCR
but you buy in
actual chips.
Our
It's
LCR
Doritos.
came in like a tube.
Yes, and there's
And
the
it has
chips in it.
chips. Yeah,
but
we
do you
just use
buy in
chips.
for the chips?
We never used money.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we didn't have money.
Gambling's a sin.
Gambling.
But I
gambling's
think
a
now
sin.
everybody was just truly of age, no kids and stuff.
That's actually
People can
fun.
handle a bill, and sometimes those chips are so small they fall on the ground and you
So
lose
how
them.
many people are playing for $350?
Oh, boy.
As many? I feel like as many.
I bet
how
we
many
had at
people were
least
playing
20
in your
people.
game?
20 people.
20 people.
I think 18, 20
wow.
people.
It gets
a good game.
rowdy.
Okay.
It's a
So
great
it's
game.
one person at a time. You get one die.
You get 3 dice.
Okay.
You get 3
you
dice
roll the
Left,
3.
center, right,
or keep.
or keep.
So if you have $3 in
This
your
was
hand,
the one
you
we
hit
had.
a left, right, and a keep. So you pay out and then
You
keep.
keep one of your dollars.
Got
it. But because of that center, the amount starts, people start having, there's less money on the
Got
table.
it.
And then eventually it's a perfect game. Play it this
That's cool.
Christmas if your family can
It's cheap. This is all it is.
Yeah,
We'll
it's
try
so
that
cheap.
next time.
It's-
We're a domino family.
but it's a one-time thing. Like
Mexican
if you're
train.
playing for
my
money.
favorite.
Well, actually, we were debating doing it another time on one of
That's
the nights.
actually fun. I would
The
love to
more
play
the-
as an adult with money. That would be really fun.
More people, I think, the better. Like, because everyone's really paying attention to it. It's
and
a
it's
really
like
great
low risk,
time.
high reward.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
It reminds
It's really
me.
fun.
I don't know if I ever told you about that golf course I used to go to, the one at Toluca.
Yes,
The country club one.
With Andrew
All
Santino.
the old guys there, they would play this game called Liar's Dice. Matt, you would love it. It's the most fun game I've ever played.
It's the most.
Everybody's got like a little shaker cup with like 5 dice in it. You shake it and you peek underneath and look at what you're showing.
Oh,
So then you go around one by one around the table and you'd be like, you would make a guess for what the whole table has. So you'd be like, based on what you're seeing, you'd be like, all right, there's 5 threes amongst all of us. Then the next person has to take it a step further. They'd be like, 6 threes, 7 threes, whatever. But as long as you're one-upping the number, you could change it and be like 3 fours. But
Okay.
it has to keep going until one person is like, oh, no, I don't think there's that.
It's
and they
higher than
call
that.
it.
ah.
Then everybody shows, and if you called it and you were right, if it wasn't that, everybody pays you. But if you made that last one and the person next to you goes, I'm not making a bet, it's stuck on you, and then everybody shows, and if you got it wrong, you pay everybody.
Ah.
So you either pay out a lot or you get paid a lot.
Liar's Dice.
But then some people get like really good at it, and they'd be throwing out numbers, and then you're thinking that they have
it's a bit of acting.
5.
So
It's
you're
kind
bet-
of like bullshit. Have
Yeah,
you played
you're
bullshit?
bluffing.
Yeah.
So you're only making a bet if somebody in front of you doesn't want to make a bet anymore.
So yeah, so it would be like if he said something, I said something, and then you don't think it's higher than that. So say I was like, oh, there's 10 threes amongst all of
Yeah,
us.
but you can't stay with your bet. You have to. It has to keep going until they say it's not, and then it just sticks with your
and
bet.
then it sticks on you.
Interesting. Okay.
But it's so addicting. And we were playing like $1. So you would pay everybody out $1. By the end of the night,
$10,000.
Matt, they were going crazy. It was like $100 per, like, and if you called it,
Yeah.
and it was a $100 game, you're paying everybody $100 at the table. But if you won, you just got $900.
Oh, damn.
They were going. I was like, I gotta go.
And
I gotta
$100
go.
goes far because if your bag is over 50 pounds,
You could pay.
you
for
know
a lot
exactly
of
where
extra.
that
Yeah.
money's going. Yeah.
I
So.
like that.
It's really fun.
I like that. So yeah, we played games, and then Texas played for the it was Texas A&M, our longtime rival, but we haven't been able to play them in a long time because they joined the SEC before us, and now Texas is going to the SEC championship.
Oh, amazing!
My fucking team, SEC.
I love that.
This is beautiful.
Period.
Texas was really bad when I went there. It's just, and I'm not a huge sports guy.
Yeah.
I really only pay attention when my team starts doing well. And right now, it's happening, and I'm witnessing it. And it happens this Saturday. Hopefully, by the time this episode comes out, Texas is the
who are they
SEC.
playing?
Georgia, who we lost to. But Georgia lost to somebody else. So I forgot who they lost to. But we've beaten the person that they've lost. Okay. So the odds, I think, are in our favor.
That's good.
Georgia Bulldogs.
The Georgia Bulldogs.
Well, I might just watch it then.
That's right.
Because
Well,
someone I know is connected
Saturday,
to the team.
I think it's at 12:30 this Saturday.
All right.
We're going to State
Probably would've
Social
been
House
cool to go
Barney's.
to.
I know. I even got an email saying, first, hey, is Matt King interested in coming to the SEC championship?
Where's it at?
Atlanta, I believe.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, absolutely, I'll be there. And they go, great. And then we followed up like, So is he coming? They go, we went with somebody else. I was like, crushed.
Oh my god!
So that's kind of fucked up that they did that.
They do
really
the SEC, and then whoever wins that goes to do the Super Bowl or whatever it would be.
The whole NCAA or NCAA championship, but we are already in like the semifinal, or like we already are like an advanced seed in it because of our ranking. So then that will determine that.
If they win, try to go to the next one.
Go to the actual championship.
Yeah.
Usually it happens around New Year's. It's so hard to like plan on that though, because it's like the games happen so fast.
Oh, yeah.
And you have to be like on standby and that's an expensive ticket.
Well, no, I'm talking about the team that reached out to you. Like, reach out, like, I would love to go
to the actual championship.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Since you kind of got like fluked on that last one, be like, hey, I would love to go to the next one if it's possible.
I would just be so happy just to see, your team win the whole
that's
thing.
Amazing.
It's just beautiful. It
if
hasn't happened
Broward College
since...
had a team, I bet Heath and I was going to be the first ones at the game.
It's nice.
Do you even remember
BCC.
what our mascot was?
Yeah, the Browards.
The Broward College Browards.
The colleges, the college students.
My in-laws, they were SEC people. They're all Auburn. And when they were like, oh, Texas joining SEC, y'all are going to get your ass kicked. And now I'm like, what? Ass kicked? We won.
You clocked their ass.
Ooh, get them.
We're going to win.
Yeah, I feel it. I feel that.
So horns up.
I love the college bowl names. You got the Fiesta Bowl, the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl.
Yes.
I love that.
The Rose Bowl, the
Alamo
Sugar
Bowl, the Sugar Bowl, all of it.
Orange
the Remy
Bowl,
Cruz
Cotton
Bowl.
Rose Bowl.
Nice.
The Remy Cruz Bowl. I never got to eat it.
It's so good.
Matt, it's unbelievable.
It's really good. They did a good job with that one.
I think we're running out of time. I
No,
got a quick one. I got a quick one that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, go.
Why is it called Disneyland and why is it called Disney World? Do you know?
Yes, I saw it.
Wait, can I say something?
Okay.
Do we have Disneyland or World?
We have land.
We have land.
Okay.
Girl, how long have you been living in LA?
I've only been there twice.
You used to work at the
right.
Because the way my brain operates is I try to think of like either mnemonic devices or like just pick apart the word. My brain wants Orlando to have Disneyland.
Or land.
So I
So
can
you're getting
remember
close.
it. So
You're
I'm
getting
getting
close.
confused.
You'll remember. You'll always remember.
You're
this.
wrong. Well, Patricia asked me this. She goes, do you know why it's called that? And then I thought about it for like 1 minute and then I figured it out. It was like a riddle and I said what it was. Zane, do you want to share it since you know
I was
it?
so excited. When I saw it yesterday, I was like, what?
Wait, do you want to guess, Heath?
Yeah. Give me a second. Okay, so
Why is it called Disneyland and why is it called Disney World?
I don't know if it's called that because of that. I think it just happened to be that, no?
I in my head, I always just thought that Orlando, because I know that their park is bigger. I think
I got
World
it.
is bigger than land.
Disney World Orlando, ORLD, and then Disneyland LA.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Never knew
LA
that.
and ORL, because ORL is abbreviation for Orlando.
They should have switched it.
Just to get them.
That was a fun one.
I could say something really small and wholesome to wrap everything up.
Yeah.
So for my bridal shower, we had it at a restaurant. My mom picked the restaurant to have it at, and I told her I just want it to be nostalgic, meaningful to the family. You pick it.
Yeah.
So she picked this place that was right on the water where you get a view of like the city, and there's a bridge called the Verrazano Bridge. It connects Staten Island and Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Brooklyn? The Verrazano Bridge is a huge bridge that my grandfather helped build, and I never met him. So I love always looking at the Verrazano Bridge. My grandfather was the one that built the house that I took you guys to. That address is 440. So ever since he built that house and he passed away, my entire family, our whole lives, we see 440 everywhere.
It's like his angel number. Like it's just
We
always
see it
440.
everywhere. We have 2 other people in the family whose addresses turned out to be 440.
Wow.
Coincidentally. So it follows us everywhere. We see it all the time. We send it in the cousins group chat. Another 440, another 440. So my mom, since we were all dressed up for my bridal shower, she said, we're taking the Christmas card like today. So we were trying to decide where to take the Christmas card. I said, why don't we have the bridge in the background? So we all ran out to the boardwalk. We took the family Christmas card. We went home. We're looking through the pictures. Guess what time the picture was taken at?
Oh,
Shut
come
up.
on.
On the dot, 4:40.
What?
Isn't that crazy? Of the bridge that he built.
Wait, so like in the picture, you see the clock. Is there a clock somewhere on the
If you look at the iPhone,
timestamp on the.
I thought there was like a clock in the back on a building.
If there was a clock, it would have said 4:40.
That's what I'm saying. I thought it was.
Yeah, so on the iPhone, you can see that it was 4:40. Maybe there's a clock somewhere in the background. But
wow. And none of you noticed it in the moment.
We didn't notice it until like we were trying to pick the Christmas card, which picture was the best.
And they were all 4:39 except for one. It was 4:40.
That's the one that counts.
And guess what? That's the one nobody blinked in.
That's amazing.
Anyway.
That's so cool.
Cute.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching another episode. We love you. Also, make sure to check out our Patreon. Patreon.com/Zane and Heath. We do a bonus episode every single month. We do a live Q&A every single month. We also keep these cameras rolling. So every episode, you get an extended cut of this podcast. All the episodes are posted early and ad-free. It's a great time. Again, Patreon.com/Zane and Heath.
You can check out these episodes every Monday, audio form on all the podcast platforms, and every Tuesday, video form on YouTube.com/Zane and Heath.
We'll see you in a second, Unwinders, and we love you.
Peace and blessings.
Ciao.
Peace.
Ciao.
Ciao, Bella.